Sup lads, welcome back to another video on the second channel. Now today I haven't done one of these in a while. We're going to be doing a transfer talk video about Saints. We're coming towards the end of the season now. Obviously more transfer rumours are going to be coming in for the summer transfer window. We're going to talk about 5 rumours about signings today. And maybe I could do this once every month, maybe before the transfer window opens, and maybe once every week during the transfer window. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment, but I doubt they're unable, to be honest. By the way, guys, before we do get into the video, I do have a new channel, Footy Fan Clips. It's a clips channel. There should be a new video out on that later today. Link to that will be in the description. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. The link is in the description. And yeah, so today we're going to be talking about 5 players that something could potentially be signing this summer. We're going to go through them, what I think of each player, and should they sign for Saints in the summer. So the first player is already contracted to Saints, well, not contracted, he's on loan there, Theo Walcott. And there's big talks that apparently we are going to sign on a permanent deal. His contract is running out with Everton in the summer, so we're going to get him on a pre-contract deal. Hopefully this is what the talks are anyway. And I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. I know he's probably on quite a bit of wage, but hopefully he should take a pay cut in order to come here. But yeah, when he's been played, he's been alright for us. He's had his on and off spells. He played alright against Burnley. He created a good few chances. But the only problem I have with Walcott is his decision making in the final third, which is what you would expect more from of a player of his experience. He's been playing football professionally for 15 years now, and I think it was against Burnley. We had a 3-on-2 counter attack. And he had 2 options on either side of him, and he just decided to run straight into the defender. I mean, it's not looking great, is it? But, apart from that, he's a great player, and obviously, I think he is 32 now, so he's a bit old, but just to have an experienced player in the team would be good. And as I said, he's good for depth and that, I guess, isn't he? In case you do have any injuries, like we've seen a lot this season. Obviously, he has been injured quite a bit this season himself. Having just come back from that injury, but hopefully he's always had problems with injury anyway, hasn't he, Walcott? That's always a risk when signing him, but yeah, hopefully if we do get him on a permanent deal, again, it's just for squad depth, and it'll be a good signing to have him back permanently at Southampton. The second player we're going to be talking about is another player on loan, not at Southampton, at Swansea. It's going to be Mark Guehi, on loan from Chelsea. I think I'm saying that right, not 100% sure, but he's a centre-back at Swansea on loan from Chelsea, and he's been one of the best defenders in the Championship this year for Swansea as they look to get back to the Premier League. I think they're sitting in 4th at the minute, and they've got quite a solid defence. They're playing quite solidly at the back, but the only problem is with them, I think they've lost their last 4 games now, so they're in a bit of a bad form in the Championship. But maybe Guehi wants to step up, take a step up from the Championship to the Premier League, and I doubt we'll get him on a permanent transfer, but I think maybe loan deal would be great. I mean, we've seen how loans have worked out previously. We've worked really well the last couple of seasons, 18-19. Got Danny Ings on loan. He's arguably been our best signing for the last 10 years. We've had Walker Peters on loan last year. We got him on a permanent now. He's been great. This season, like Minamino and Walcott have both come in. Doubt we'll get Minamino on a permanent transfer, but Walcott, as I said, looking likely it's going to happen. So obviously we've had success with loan deals in the past. I think Guehi maybe on loan could be a good transfer deal. I haven't seen too much of him, but I've heard apparently he's done really well in the Championship this year for Swansea. But yeah, I doubt we'll get him on a permanent transfer, but maybe a loan, and then maybe we can, if he does well, we can negotiate a price next summer, summer 2022, which seems absolutely ages away. But hopefully I think that'll be a good deal. We need to depth at the centre back position a little bit more, and there's talks of Vestergaard going to Spurs now. I really hope that doesn't happen, but his contract is running out next year, so we probably need to get him to sign a new one, otherwise he probably will have to leave, and that's really sad to say considering he's been one of our best players this season. But hopefully we do get that sorted. And I think we need centre-back options anyway. I think Stevens, we all know my thoughts on him. I think he should probably go. And maybe we should bring in a youngster like Guehi for Salisu, Vestergaard and Bednarek. And I think that will be a good signing. But we're going to move on to the third player now. The last 3 are actually all full-backs, which is understandable because we have pretty much no depth there. First player is going to be Brandon Williams. We've been linked to him in the past. I think last January we were linked with him. And obviously he was really good at Man United last year, but I mean, just hasn't been able to get a game. We've seen how good Luke Shaw's been this year. In my opinion, the best left back in the Premier League this year. Breaking back into the England squad, it's going to be hard to get past that. So I think United should be willing to let him go out on loan to get some game time. He's a good youngster, and again, it's a bit like Guehi. I don't think we're going to get him on a permanent transfer. It will have to be a loan deal, but again, if it works anything out like the Walker Peters deal, like a fullback on loan, he'll be a great signing. But yeah, I think this one could happen because I think Ole would be willing to let him go out on loan as he's not getting too much game time. I think he's only 21, 22. He hasn't played much this season, definitely not as much as he did last season, but he did impress when playing for United last year. So hopefully that means we can get him on a loan deal at least. As I said, we were linked with him in January, but I don't think United wanted to loan him out because of squad depth issues, which I guess is fair enough for this season. You know, you need squad depth, especially when they're challenging for the Europa League title as well. They need kind of two good squads that would challenge for both the Premier League and the Europa League. Maybe not the Premier League title, but the top four at least. Again, I think Brandon Williams, I think he'd be a good signing, but you know, we'll be able to get him on loan. He's probably get on a high wage at Manchester United, so you have to think about some sort of split there. But again, I think he'd be a good signing if we can get him. The fourth player, another fullback called Williams, this time Neco Williams from Liverpool. Again, it would probably be a loan deal. Another player we tried to get in January, but again, Klopp wouldn't let him go, and instead we got Minamino on loan, which has worked out alright, I guess. But again, another fullback, because again, we need depth there. We've only got literally one right back at the club at the minute that's not on loan. Obviously, we've got Valerie on loan at Birmingham at the minute. But again, he has been a bit hot and cold in the Saints shirt. He's been alright some games, he's been poor other games, but you know, I think we've literally got one fit right back at the club, that's Walker Peters. I guess Kane Ramsey plays sometimes, but Ralph doesn't really rate him, I don't think. So if we do get Neco Williams again in, it will be probably another loan deal. But again, you know, we do need to strengthen in the full-back position. Even in the left-back position, we've got Bertrand, and that's about it, because obviously Vokins is out on loan as well. But I think he can cover both full-backs, unlike Brandon Williams. Well, I think Brandon Williams can as well, to be fair, but he is more of a left-back. Neco Williams can cover both, so, you know, it could be a good signing, especially, you know, he's got some games for Liverpool this season, but not as many as he'd like, and I think Klopp would like him to get experience in the Premier League, and I think Saints would be a good placement to go. I'd probably rather have Brandon Williams, just because Brandon Williams has got more experience in the Premier League, and Neco Williams is still a bit raw, I think, around the edges, but you know, I think Brandon Williams, I would prefer him, but Neco Williams, if we get him in, I mean, a fullback is a fullback, you know. We do need those at the minute, and yeah, I think he would be a good signing as well, but I'd rather have Brandon Williams, as I said. And the final player is going to be another fullback, Rico Henry from Brentford. He's looked alright when he's played, but I think this is all going to depend on whether Brentford go up or not. I think they're in third at the minute, and they're always rubbish in the playoffs, so unless they finish in the top two, they probably won't go up, a bit like last season. But again, it's all going to depend if they go up or not, really, isn't it? If they do go up, I mean, he probably want to stay. Brentford will definitely want to keep him, but if they don't go up, he'll probably want to leave. But he's been linked to West Ham and Villa as well, and that'll be tough to get ahead of West Ham and Villa. I mean, West Ham almost definitely going to get European football now, maybe even the top four, to be honest. So that'll be a big law for him to go to. But they've got Cresswell, who's done really well this season. So again, not sure about that. And again, signing a left back probably also depends on whether Bertrand's going to leave this summer. Still hasn't signed a new contract, and it runs out at the end of the season. So don't know what's happening there. Hopefully, I would like to see Bertrand get tied down to a new deal, and then maybe another backup left back like Williams or Henry would be great to bring in. But you know, these players we want to start for Saints as well. That's the thing. So maybe they can be in rotation with Bertrand as well. And yeah, he's been alright in the Championship. But again, as I said, all depends whether Brentford go up or don't. This will definitely be a permanent deal, I think, unless it's a loan of an option to buy. But yeah, I think, you know, we've seen how good Brentford stars have been in the Premier League. You know, Ben Rama's been great at West Ham. Mope's done well at times at Brighton. Watkins has been great at Villa this season. You know, they've really got some good players in the Premier League that have come out of their team. And obviously Ivan Toney as well has done really well for them this year. He'll probably get Premier League move if Brentford do not go up. But yeah, that's my thoughts on 5 Saints transfer rumours and who we're going to sign and who might not sign. If you have any more Saints rumours, if you have any players that you think we should sign, let me know in the comments down below if they are enabled, as I said. And thank you for watching today, guys. Remember to check out my first channel, my main channel, Footy Fan, in the link description, and the new Footy Fan Clips channel. I'll be uploading FIFA clips and that to there. So there's a new video hopefully coming out there later. So links to those are in the description. Remember to leave a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you haven't already. Next video will be the West Brom match reaction on Monday, hopefully after a big 3 points. And yeah, I'll see you for then, guys, and have a good one.